Hello, nerd friends. How is everyone doing? Welcome to this special stream today. It is a Wednesday. It is the 28th of August and it is 9 p.m. And today, in this edition of the Political Therapy Show, we are going to have a very special guest, Dr. Prakala Prabhakar, who is going to join us shortly. We are going to wait for him. Until then, you can talk to me as usual. Some channel announcements first. So we have decided that the Bangalore raid date for MP Bangalore raid date for MPGA is going to be the 16th of next month, which is September. So if you are around in Bangalore, we are going to tell you one location where you have to come in the morning at 9 o'clock, and then we can basically do our MPGA things. So that is what we are going to do. And then the second thing is Delhi show is almost sold out now. The first one, so we've added another one, which is going to happen before that. So the show that is sold out is the 8 o'clock one, and then 5:31 is going to be an extra show. So श्वेता मैम का ये प्लान है हमारे लिए. I think she has a lot of confidence in me otherwise than I do also. So her thing is, no, if you're going to record at 8, the 8 o'clock show is going to be the recorded show, the live recording. Then उसके पहले एक rehearsal कर लो, which is also a show now. Genius. So yeah, that is that. And then we have a vlog up in case you haven't seen it. Please do check out the vlog. Friends, the thing is, now that I'm realizing this YouTube business is a little difficult because you have to be very consistent. And since I didn't put out anything for a week on the channel, the algorithms has suddenly been very unkind to me. It is kind of tough in this market, no? Like you have to consistently put something out, and so now that is a lesson. So when I'm doing my next tour, I am trying to figure out and sort of build myself a live streaming kit now, which is I wherever I am, at least I can do like a few live streams from there, like an hour and a half, 2 hours, so that things are going on the channel also, and I don't miss the live streams. So let's see how that works out. There are a lot of questions coming in for Dr. Prabhakar, but we are going to wait for him. Yes, I know. I have a lot of questions also. Unified pension scheme. I have been following you for so long, but it's first time texting you here. Hello, Monica. Hello. Everybody who is new, say hi. तब तक हम बात करेंगे till our guest comes. This is Trisha. This is his first live stream, right? Oh, Trisha is in the background, guys. Trisha is in the background.
Yes.
This is his first live stream, right? So yes.
This
So we.
I think this yeah, I think this is his first live stream on YouTube per se.
So
He's done live events before, but not a live stream on YouTube. So
right. So guys, please be welcoming. Our guest is coming and doing a live stream for the first time ever. So we have to be nice, we have to be kind, and we have to ask some smart questions. That is that is the
yeah.
only thing. Yes. Dr. Prabhakar, no, guys, no. What is your opinion? What is his opinion on the Waqf board? That is a good question. Who is new here? Who is new? Hello, say hi. Hello from Oman, Shakir. Hello.
Yep, he's here. He's going to join in a second.
All right. Amazing. Chinu is new. Shakir, Mihir, Kunal, Mitesh. Hello. Shreyas is here. Hello. I think our guest is here. Yes. Dr. Prabhakar is here.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. Just a second, sir. I'm just putting you on screen right now. Yes,
Okay.
I think we are good to go. We have already started, by the way. So,
I've been waiting, Meghnad,
oh, okay.
to be let in. What do I
Oh,
do? Is this okay or
no, this is perfect. I'll do the rest. You don't worry. Like I think
I,
we are set. So, Dr. Prabhakar, this is your first live stream, right? If I'm not wrong.
with you or generally?
Generally.
Generally, I've done before.
Oh, you have done YouTube live streams like before, right? So that
So, but I'm not able to see you. My screen is overlaid.
just a
So
second.
how do I?
So you will be able to see me very differently. Basically, you'll be able to see my view from YouTube. But what I'll do is let me just fix it once so that it's easier for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Now is this better? Now you can see me?
No, no. My screen is overlaid on yours. Or should I close my screen?
No, no, don't close your screen. I think it's fine.
Okay. But then,
You can see me, right? Though
no, no, I can't.
you can't
You're
see
behind.
me.
No, you're behind my screen. I can see, some gadgets, things like that.
Oh, that's strange. I think now you should be able to see me. Uh, just a second. Let me check. Chat. Just a second. We're just trying to figure out some
Uh,
text
now,
things.
now, now I got it.
Now
Yes.
you got it. Okay.
Yeah. I can
Uh,
see three shadows now.
Okay. Amazing. Okay. Okay. So wait. Now let me adjust you according to the
Okay.
frame. Okay.
Is my audio clear, I suppose?
Yes, audio is clear. Everything is good. I think we are good to go. Uh, and now my camera is acting up for some reason. Wow. So, Dr. Prabhakar, just to tell you, this happens a lot in our live streams. We are shameless people. We don't do all of this in the background. Everybody gets to see us doing this nonsense.
Doesn't matter at all.
Yeah. Okay, I think we are
It
ready to
also
go.
looks very natural.
Yes, yes, of course. It's live after all. So we are doing things differently from TV news. And I think this is becoming a very nice format for young people to interact as well. Dr. Prabhakar, just to begin, can I ask you to introduce yourself for people who don't know?
Well, I describe myself as a political economist.
Right.
And I recently also wrote a book. I run a small business called Rightfolio, which is an analytics company.
Hmm.
There since late 90s.
Hmm.
Then I served as a communications advisor to the government of Andhra Pradesh between 2014 and 2018.
Hmm.
I I call myself political economist because you see, I believe I belong to a school of thought which believes that you cannot think of politics without thinking of economics, and you cannot think of economics without thinking about politics.
Right.
And I hold a master's degree from Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi.
Hmm.
I did my MPhil there. That was my first research degree. Then I went to the London School of Economics for my PhD. I got a PhD from the London School of Economics.
Okay. So you,
That's
you 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 are an economist by training, but would you
that,
describe yourself also as an activist?
not so much, Meghnad.
Okay.
Not an activist. Activist, if you define broadly as somebody who writes and speaks and champions a cause. I mean, I'm not a feet on the ground kind of an activist. Who shouts slogans and quotes arrests and not that kind of a thing. But I used to do that kind of a thing when I was in the university. Of course, I
Hmm.
was also for a couple of weeks in Tihar jail in 1983. That was long, long
Oh,
ago.
how? What happened?
There was a huge agitation in the campus, Jawaharlal Nehru
What was
University.
the context?
The context was, it happened in my own hostel where
Okay.
I was. Um, One student, the warden felt that he was not following the discipline or whatever, and then his room was double locked. And then we all agitated. It just started very small, but then it snowballed. It became very big, and some people were rusticated from the university.
Right.
And then we held a university general body meeting of the students, and we resolved that we should oppose this kind of a rustication.
Okay.
We felt it was, university cracking down on our rights and things like that. Then the vice chancellor used to live on the campus those days, so we garrowed the vice chancellor on the campus. Then the police, for the first ever time, moved into JNU campus. This was in 1983 May.
Oh.
Then there was lathi charge. People were beaten, and we were all arrested. People who were in the vice chancellor's flat, vice chancellor's house.
So how long
Then-
were you there in Tihar?
15 days.
Oh, 15 days. Wow. Okay.
Summer, it was May. You
Right.
can imagine. And horrible conditions. Horrible. It's really it makes me shudder even to begin to remember those conditions.
It's very interesting.
And I'll tell you one small thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to go into the gory details of it, but just one. You see, we were served very hot tea early in the morning, but the hot tea used to be served in aluminum glasses.
What? Okay.
Aluminum.
Okay.
Aluminum.
Right.
The aluminum tumblers, they because of the hot tea, they also get very hot.
Of course.
So if you put it to your lips, your lips will burn.
Right.
So either you tolerate your lips burning and have a hot tea, or you allow the tea to cool down.
Cool down and have cold tea.
And obviously you have to allow the
Fair enough.
tea to cool down and then have cold tea.
Fair enough.
That's the kind of-
No, I've asked you this question because when I said, "Are you an activist?" I've been thinking about this question a lot, right? So before this, I was a journalist, as in I was like covering issues, etc. Right now, what really bothered me all the time, and audience also said this, that ठीक है, you gave us the information of what we were looking for, but what do we do next? Right? What is the solution to this? What can we do about this, etc.? Suggestions are fine, but then I was also thinking, something can be done maybe. So I feel like, is there a sort of need to redefine activism a little bit? Because I feel that, like, when I said activism, you connected it with, like, let's say, an Andolan GV sort of yeah. Is that what an activist actually is, or like, can it be a little different?
Not necessarily, Meghnad. That is a very narrow definition of being an activist. But writing and challenging ideas, challenging the narrative, suggesting or prescribing alternatives, or thinking about alternatives, and speaking to people, talking to people, challenging certain ideas. That's also an activism.
Yeah.
For instance, you see, if you say that you are political, that doesn't mean that you have to be part of a political party and become an MP or an MLA, or trying to become an MP or an MLA, or hold some position in a political party. That not necessarily that is being in politics. I know a lot of people who are in political parties, but they're very non-political. And I know a lot of people who are not in a political party, but are very, very political.
Right. Right.
So we need to redefine a lot of things these days.
Tell me, like, so one is, just how is your general feeling after the Modi 240 result? How do you feel? Is it better just mentally, emotionally?
Meghnad, well, you see, if you take 240 as given, if you take 240 as given and not challenge it,
Correct.
and I would challenge. We can go into that.
Yeah, we'll go into that, definitely. Yeah.
Even if it were a genuine 240 number, that is a lot better than what it was 303 before. And I have a feeling that the kind of confidence with which the ruling party used to go ahead, and the way they spoke, the way they did things, it has changed quite a lot. Notwithstanding the pretense, because there is a lot of pretense that nothing has changed. It's Modi 3.0, and nothing has changed. We were as strong as before, and all that kind of a thing. I would describe that as very immature way of taking the verdict to 2024. Because you see, a mature political party or a mature political leader would admit to vulnerabilities.
Right.
Okay. And, he or she would come forward and say, look, I expected a lot more support, but then we had this kind of support. We would examine why we did not get as many as we expected, because they were expecting 370.
Yes.
And for the entire alliance, they were expecting 400 par.
400 par, yes.
See, I remember, Meghnad, if I may bring in this, I remember in 2009, uh, 2004 in Andhra Pradesh, Vice Rajశేఖర Reddy won the election and he became the chief minister. And in 2009, he won again, but with a considerably reduced margin. And the first thing after the entire results were out, what he did was that he came and addressed a press conference, and he said, we won, but with such reduced margin. It was just, I think he had a majority of 3 seats or something like that. Then he said something very significant. He said, I have to examine why we did not get comfortable margin. What went wrong? I wanted to examine and correct myself. That is the kind of humility a mature leader would have. Somebody who has been in public life, who valued public opinion, their verdict. But here is somebody, our Prime Minister, well, he doesn't address the press and meet the press unless you're prepared to ask him how he would eat a mango.
Yeah, of course.
I did not find any indication of humility, of considering himself as smaller than the people of India. I mean, tell me, Meghna, who is bigger than India?
Nobody. I mean, of course. Yeah, I mean, like for every right-thinking individual who knows the concept of democracy, they know that people are superior above everything else.
That's right.
All these are representatives. Like he keeps calling himself Pradhan Sevak, for example, right? But he never behaves like one. I've always wondered why.
He did that, but not anymore.
Now he doesn't, right? Now he doesn't.
That's what you see. That's what I'm a PM watcher. If there is something like that.
I would call myself that also. Unfortunately, sir, the entire country would say that now, because even if you don't want to, they will shove it on your face.
Because I've been watching in the run-up to 2014 elections, Meghnad, the Prime Minister, then the Prime Ministerial candidate, and the present Prime Minister, used to say that the fight in India is not between Hindus and Muslims. The fight is between Hindus and Muslims on the one side, and poverty, unemployment on the other side.
Correct.
Okay. And then the first ever in 2014, August 15th, from the ramparts of Red Fort, his address, if you go back to that, you would find him saying that he's standing there, and then he acknowledged the contribution of all the prime ministers who have before him. And in Niti Aayog first meeting after Niti Aayog was constituted, he said that, with all the chief ministers, this is Team India, Prime Minister and all the chief ministers are a team of Team India. And then he talked about cooperative federalism. And, that kind of, from there, it has come down to non-biological, Machli, Mujra, Muslim, and Mangal Sutra, all thing, where the Team India is no more the Prime Minister and the Chief Ministers and cooperative federalism, but Team India is Prime Minister and the 140 crore people.
Correct.
Direct. So, and there's nothing in between. Parliament, of course, in spite of all the theatricals of touching, bowing down and touching the threshold of Parliament with his forehead, and doing namaskar to Constitution of India and all that. You know how Parliament is treated by the Prime
Yeah,
Minister.
yeah.
So with all that kind of lack of humility, not even a pretense of being humble. I'll give you one more example.
Can I ask you a meta question here, right? Like for example, I agree with you when you said that maybe before he became the prime minister, he had this at least a semblance of humbleness. Let's put it that way, right? Then he won a bigger majority in 2019, which sort of and also the media was saying, he's Teflon coated, he cannot be defeated, the undefeatable, whatever. Third term, I think the humbleness is a little back, but he won't admit it to himself, right? But my meta question here is, isn't that a natural progression in case like there is a majority leader? For example, I would say the same about Mamta Banerjee currently, like to a large extent, where she has been winning bigger and bigger mandates. Isn't it like somehow become natural for political leaders in India to just get this quote unquote Teflon coating in undefeatable thing, and then they just become not answerable and arrogant?
That's a good point. What I would say is that, we've had such leaders at the state level.
Yes.
But this is the first time that we see a prime minister.
Interesting.
Because you see, people have had bigger mandates earlier. Jawaharlal Nehru had huge mandates. Rajiv Gandhi had the biggest mandate ever
Yes.
in the
Yes.
history of Indian democracy.
Yes.
But you don't find that kind of demeanor and that kind of insensitiveness to the media, to the people, to the cabinet colleagues, and to the party colleagues and leaders. You don't find that kind of a thing. One more thing, Meghnad. You see, for instance, look at the Supreme Court's decision on electoral bonds. They said it's unconstitutional.
Yes.
Okay. And generally, I'm used to any politician, so far, hitherto, all politicians used to, at least for pretense, say, we accept the court's
Verdict. Yeah.
verdict, their decision. It is the supreme, and all that kind of thing. Now, tell me, after the electoral bonds verdict, have you heard anybody in the ruling party or in the government say that with humility we accept the Supreme Court's decision?
In fact, it was the opposite, where I've heard Mr. Modi taking credit for revealing the data and saying that, if the electoral bonds didn't exist, then you would never know who was giving money to who, which was the most bizarre thing, like the spins
Because
that they put.
they fought tooth and nail in the Supreme Court
Yes,
for
yes.
not divulging.
Yeah.
In fact, the government side argued that the people of India had no right to know who donates what to for which political party.
Correct.
And I'll remind you of one more thing. You must have seen the Prime Minister giving a series of interviews before the. In one of the interviews that was given to Tanti in Tamil Nadu,
Yes, the two people interview. Yeah, yeah, that remember. Yeah.
with a Tamil costume and all that
Yes,
kind
yes.
of thing. Wow.
And also, sir, I observed something. I don't know if you saw it. So he used to do these interviews in a very particular room. I believe that was in the PM or somewhere. Did you notice his photos changed whenever like he was, according to the channel? Like I remember, like especially in Thanti TV, I believe there was like the Tirupati temple or something that was there in the background. Very interesting. Acha, go on. Sorry, very
No,
random.
it's all curated.
Yes, yes.
You froze.
Uh, I think, yeah.
In that interview, the Prime Minister said that people who oppose the electoral bonds, they will come to regret it. वो पछताएंगे,
Hmm.
if you remember that.
Yes, he
Now,
did.
my question to that, my follow-up question to that, should have been, if I were to interview anybody who said that, who will come to regret it? I mean, if you, Medha, then Prakala come to regret it, it's okay. But you see, will the Supreme Court regret it? Because it's the Supreme Court which said it's unconstitutional.
Yeah.
Will the Chief Justice regret it? Because he presided over the bench. Will the members of the judges who sat on the bench, will they come to regret it? And if so, how will they come to regret it? I mean, will there be a day when all these people, the Supreme Court Chief Justice of India and the judges and the Supreme Court, entire Supreme Court, we mistakenly thought that it was unconstitutional, but it is a great scheme. Would they do that?
Yeah.
Or
So weird.
from it?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we are back. Yes.
So that is the kind of atmosphere in which we live today. That's the political atmosphere in which we live today.
That's true. And so one more follow-up question to this. So like I've always been wondering, right? So you're a PM watcher. You have seen Mr. Modi since forever, etc. Whatever. There is this thing, right? I've been talking to some people who I keep correcting people when they say Modi 3.0, right? I'm like, this is not Modi 3.0. It's Modi 240, right? It is not like Modi 1.1 and 2.0. It is Modi 240. It is, I don't know, 2.5 bhi nahi bolna hai mujhe. I don't want to call it that also. I'm saying that what they are trying to project is continuity. Like they have lost, because like the electoral bonds thing, in the first speech that the Prime Minister gave in Parliament, I remember he started threatening people, saying that, oh, this ecosystem who has opposed us will regret this or whatever. He was very pissed off, basically. What do you think he's thinking right now? Because I can't tell. I mean, I'm like, they are completely announcing and withdrawing things constantly. They've taken like 4 U-turns till now within a month of announcing new things and taking it back. What do you think he's thinking right now? What is he trying to do even?
Oh, you see, first let me address this 3.0 thing.
Yeah.
And behaving and pretending as though nothing has changed. Meghnad, it reminds us of our own childhood, or we see a lot of children. When they fall,
Yeah.
they get up and say, nothing has happened. We're all right.
Right.
A mature person wouldn't say that, This is a very childish way of, trying to project strength where there is no strength. Everybody knows. You see, you may be a naive guy and I may be a naive fellow. But, people who are in different political parties or his own colleagues, they are hard-nosed politicians. They know what is your mandate. They know that you've lost almost about 60 seats. And they also, a lot of people also know that whatever 240 that you got is also, as a result
Questionable.
of some kind of irregularity Yeah, questionable. It is questionable, yeah, surely. So, if I mean, to whom are you pretending? And you think the media, the political observers, the political parties, the political leaders, and so people who are in the know of things, who are watching, don't they know what's happened?
That's true.
Why? Whom are you trying to pretend?
That's true. That's true. I see this. I see this in glimpses, right? Where like things like very random, where everybody's getting up and banging their table. Nitin Gadkari is just sitting there in Parliament doing nothing. It's just.
And have you observed, Meghnad? These days, when the Prime Minister returns from abroad, nobody goes there to receive him.
I saw, yes, recently, yes. Earlier, there used to be like JP Nadda and maybe Rajnath Singh, and they would garland him. Now there is just one random officer doing this.
And there used to be huge, entertainment, dances to welcome him.
Very true.
Big gala kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Now, he just comes and some officers go and he gets into the car and goes away.
that's true.
So, see, the downgrading of the prime minister and his political cloud is so very apparent.
Hmm.
But people want us to believe that nothing has changed.
Yeah.
This is one. And you're talking about the U-turns on Waqf bill, and the media
Broadcasting bill, yeah.
broadcasting bill, and on these things, there are U-turns, which again goes to show that all is not well within the BJP and all is not well within the NDA. You see, if you just go back to the run up to the elections, Meghnad, it was not what the BJP used to call Ghoshna Patra.
Right.
It wasn't.
The manifesto was a bit recycled, I felt like.
The point I was trying to make is that it was not a Ghoshna Patra.
Right.
It was not an NDA manifesto. It was not even a BJP manifesto. It was Modi guarantee.
Yes. Very good point. It was Modi ki guarantee everywhere. Yeah.
That's it. And 80% of the pages, in about say 70 pages or so, there were about 56 or 58 photographs of the Prime Minister.
That's true. That's true. I saw that and we counted also. Like in one of our streams, we actually did this exercise. Let's count how many photos he has. You're right. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you don't even get a simple majority, leave alone 370 and all that. Not even a simple majority to form the government.
Yeah.
You had to beg and go around and solicit support from two very important. I mean, there are other people also, but without TDP and JDU, you couldn't have formed the government,
You can't. Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And of course, when we have time to talk about the the questionable result
Yes. Yes.
and what has happened, then we can
We'll come to that definitely because I have to talk a lot about that. Yeah.
Yes, it all means that you see, you couldn't have been in power. You managed, and even that management also is possible only because two important allies have agreed to go along with you. And one more thing here, these two political parties are not natural ideological allies. They have nothing in common with BJP's program, BJP's project, BJP's manifesto. For instance, Chandrababu Naidu gives 4% reservation to Muslims, and you don't agree with it, but you're bedfellows today. And Nitish Kumar of JDU would like caste census to be done, and you don't agree with it. And there's so many, which means you see there's nothing ideologically similar between you and these two political parties. So, which means the main crutches on which this government stands today are supporting the BJP only as transactional allies,
Right.
as quid pro quo, as contextual,
Hmm.
because it serves them. Um, maybe realpolitik kind of an alliance, and
Get money for their states and let them do whatever.
but which means that whenever the tap is turned off, these things go away. Or when the push comes to shove on, say, caste census or Muslim reservation or any other thing, then what is the fate of the government?
Correct. Correct. So यहाँ पे like I think I'll bring in one question from Gaurav here. Now that you have said this, which is like the best way I think was described by like Ajit Anjum, right? He said ki they had a throne and like two chairs were basically the bottom two legs are now made up of TDP and yeah and like whatever. So they can just pull it off whenever and the throne will fall, right? And I think Modi is very much aware of that. Uh, do you
It's
think they
like
will? Do you
it's
think?
like
Yeah.
it's like IKEA furniture. You assemble it and
Yeah.
disassemble.
Yeah, true. Do you think this will survive for 5 years? I know you are one person who is good at making predictions, so you cannot run away.
you know, you know, a clock that stops shows you the right time twice a day.
I don't care about this humbleness, Dr. Prabhakar. Please tell me, will it survive?
Because you're pushing me to it.
Yeah.
Let me say, of course, I've said it earlier too, that this government is unlikely to survive. Number one. Number two, this Lok Sabha is unlikely to survive.
Oh,
This Lok Sabha is unlikely to complete its term. This government is unlikely to survive.
right.
These are my two forecasts. It's not my wish, but it's my
Of
forecast.
course, of course. I mean, nobody is wishing that. I'm just saying that. So, what do you anticipate will happen, though? Like, I mean, like, what would be the reason for, let's say, the collapse of the Modi to 240 government?
Yeah. Meghnad, if you look at the Prime Minister and his main lieutenant and lieutenants, or the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, they are not they do not have the skills or the winning manners of trying to win friends and talking to them and give and take and what do you want, what do you give us, that kind of a thing. They got used to since their Gandhinagar days, if you go back, and to just dictate the terms, call the shots, and everybody had to fall in line rather than negotiating and transacting, give and take, striking compromises. I did not find in their political careers of the last 20 years or so, I did not find any evidence of these skills. Number one. Number two, from
Skills
Gandhinagar,
meaning just in plain words, when you have to make a policy, let's say, you have to talk to stakeholders, but not just stakeholders, you have to take the other opposition and everybody into confidence, build a consensus, and pass a bill. That is how a coalition is supposed to function, like to put it simply. Because they had a majority, they felt like they didn't need to do this, right? And then they fell flat on their face multiple times because of it, because farmers protest, CA, many examples. What you're saying is that because they don't have the negotiation skills or this, or even the, I guess, the humbleness
or
to
striking compromises.
compromises. Yes. So you imagine a situation where this might be like a reason for the fall.
And you see, since the Gandhinagar days, Gandhinagar and Delhi, the Prime Minister ran his own government. He
Yes.
did not run. He did not even run a party government. He did
Right.
not have to run to a party boss and say, "Look, this is what I want to do. What do you think?" You know, keying people in and taking their inputs, or briefing somebody. They are not used to that. Now today, the government and the government's fate depends upon two people. And as far as I know, Meghnad, both of them are very seasoned politicians. They've seen ups and downs. They fell and they pulled themselves up and stood. Mr. Modi never did that. He never tasted a fall and then pulled himself up, and he got up and compromised and got up, and that kind of experience was not there. But these people have they are battle scarred people.
Dr. Prabhakar, Mr. Modi is a very lucky person, I must say. Like, I mean, to have like that, this insane, like,
Exactly.
no opposition rise.
Ab-
Yeah.
Absolutely. So suddenly, to expect Mr. Modi to, wake up in the morning and check with these two or three allies, or some other colleagues in the ministry, in his own government, should we do this or should we not do this, etc. And then morning and evening, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu and Mr. Nitish Kumar, they will send a list of their wish list of whatever, their laundry list of wishes and all that. And then before going to bed, Mr. Modi will see, I fulfilled this, I fulfilled this, I fulfilled this, and these two are there, and let me do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow another wish list comes, and I don't think he'll be comfortable with this kind of a situation. He might be compelled to do this for a while in order to save his chair. But then this cannot, these things wear him down.
Right.
And he has a larger project, of course, to turn India into a Hindu Rashtra. In that project, if and that project cannot move an inch forward. If whatever we talked about, the Waqf and broadcast bill, and if these things are not going forward, and the larger things are unlikely to go forward, in that situation, when the main allies, strike at these things, probably in order to save the party's government, there could be a day when Mr. Modi and his close ally or allies might be asked to, why don't you just move aside, step aside, so that it can go on.
Right.
That is one scenario. The other scenario could be that fed up with these kind of negotiations every day, checking with people and not getting their approval and all that kind of a thing, he might take a very drastic step, unimaginably drastic step in the direction of Hindu Rashtra, and say, look, I'm not able to do this. I want to do this.
Yeah.
I don't have the strength. Give me the strength, and he would himself dissolve the Lok Sabha and Lok Sabha.
Right.
So there are two scenarios. This government doesn't survive, and an alternative government from within the BJP might come, which is acceptable to the larger allies, and acceptable to the other leadership in the BJP and the Rashtriya Swayamsevaks and other people. That is one scenario. The other scenario is he himself is fed up and announce something drastic, and then go for a
I guess after a point he will also get very frustrated. Like, I mean, if you have had like a run for so long without any opposition, you will be like, every time I try to do something, they don't let me. Now let me see how I can come back. So I can see that happening. Also, another point, the second point that you said, I think that holds more merit in my head, because like the census, right? Like, so they delayed the census. I just saw recent news that they're going to start the exercise, I think, in September of the census, right? It'll take them 18 months, which takes us to March 2026. That is the year that the freeze ends, the delimitation freeze ends, and we will have to do like his whole thing about one nation, one election, which they have been talking since 2015. I remember President mentioning it back in 2015. Maybe they are still trying to cobble that thing together now, because that will just throw the entire system into absolute chaos. And in chaos, these people seem to thrive, to be honest.
Yeah, that's very likely. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So there are a lot of questions coming in from people, but I want to get to one of the things that they are saying is the ADR and the VDEM, right? The report.
VFD. Vote for
VFD,
demand.
sorry, VFD report, right? So from what I read about the report and from the report, one of the things that it says is that 79 seats, the number of votes that were counted in 79 seats were overestimated, and the election commission is not being transparent about how these votes suddenly appeared, right? So which puts a question on the mandate in general, right? And 79 of these seats were BJP seats, like which had this happening. What is your take on this? And I saw you talking about this a lot, so allow me, and I want to be a skeptic here. I'm someone who is also very let's say if for me it's like, if I question the elections, then what is the point of anything? I mean, I'm in that place in my life, honestly. So I want to hear your take on this. Why do you think, what is happening here, and your overall take on this?
Meghnad, I would like to believe in the system. I would like to put my faith in the Election Commission of India.
Yeah.
But I want the Election Commission of India to help me to do that.
Yes, I agree with that part. Yes.
The reason why I say this is that, you probably
I think he froze. Or did I freeze?
okay, that's one. The second thing is that just before the elections, the one election commissioner resigns. Mysterious. We do not know the reasons.
Right.
That's why that election commissioner is. And then
Sorry, Dr. Prabhakar. Sorry, I think you broke off. Can you start from when you started answering again? I think. Yeah.
You see, Meghnad, I would like to believe in the system.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're able to hear me?
Yeah. I am.
You froze.
Yeah. I think there is a issue with your internet connection a little bit, but that's fine. I'll tell you when you froze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You froze again.
You're back.
I don't know if it's my connection or your connection, but anyway.
It is your connection, because I can see my connection right here, and it is yes.
This is very misleading. My connection looks very robust.
Fair enough. We'll see.
I don't know, with all those me.
Okay. Yeah. So you were saying you want to have faith in the system as long as the election commission is transparent.
No. I want to have faith in the system.
Yeah.
I want to have faith in the Election Commission of India.
Right.
What I want is that Election Commission should help me to have the faith.
Right.
If there's somebody like Meghnad or somebody raising questions, if I want to defend the Election Commission, I should have the necessary arguments to defeat Meghnad when he questions the Election Commission of India.
Right.
For that, I want the Election Commission to equip me.
Correct.
With argument, with facts and figures. Now, what do people like Meghnad, what do they raise? They raise the following things. Now, I'm only airing them, articulating them, so that the Election Commission of India can help me in countering what these people like you, skeptics are saying. Number one, when the election commissioner resigns, the government brings in a hurry. It changes the rule and eliminates the role of the Supreme Court of India in the appointment of election commissioners. So, which means that the government has the majority in the committee, prime minister, a minister appointed by the prime minister, and the leader of the opposition.
Yes.
And the leader of the opposition was given the names just about an hour or so before the meeting,
Correct.
and the leader of the opposition could not wrap his head
That
around
was
those.
what Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary said after he came out of the meeting, that I had no idea who was coming. Also, if I may add, यहाँ पे, we still don't know why Arun Goel resigned suddenly. Like
That's
he,
exactly what I said.
yeah,
You know, why did the election the incumbent election commissioner resign?
yeah,
And
exactly.
then the change happens in the rules of appointment of election commissioners after his resignation,
Yes, correct.
and then just a few days before the announcement of the schedule,
Yes,
election commissioners are appointed. In other words, there is ample room for anybody like you to charge that election commission is cannot be seen as an independent autonomous body, but it could be seen as another department of the government.
correct.
Now, how do I defend that? Election
Yes,
commissioner, somebody will have to equip me with an argument. That's one. The second thing is, look at the scheduling of the election. Now, Meghna, it baffles me. Say, for instance, Tamil Nadu has 39 seats. It goes to poll in one phase. And Bihar has 40, just one more. And Bihar goes to poll in 7 phases.
yes,
39 one phase, 47 phases. Madhya Pradesh has 29 seats and it goes into polls in 4 phases. Assam has 14 seats and it goes into polling for election in 3 phases. And Andhra Pradesh, 25 seats, 1 phase.
yeah.
Telangana, 19 seats, 1 phase. How is this possible?
How is this possible? That's
What
true.
is the rationale?
Yeah,
If somebody says that the election commission has done the scheduling, keeping in mind the convenience of the prime minister and his electioneering, his rallies, and and other considerations.
someone is pointing out even West Bengal was in 7 phases.
Yeah, West Bengal. West
Yeah,
Bengal, 42 seats,
yeah,
so many,
yeah.
7 phases. 40 seats, so many phases. 39 seats, 1 phase.
Right.
What is all this? And then somebody in this context, keeping these data in mind, if somebody says that, look, election commission has done this phasing without any rationale, without any logic, other than keeping the ruling party's interests in mind, how do I defend the election commission? I want the election commission to help me in this. That's one. The other thing is
I can give you
that
one counter. Maybe. Okay, so I've been like trying to ask people why they think, like this phase wise thing, because it is confusing. I was also looking at it, I was like, it doesn't make any sense. One of the reasons I got was that, they need to figure out security and troop movements. Like the security apparatus and everything. So there are some volatile states where they need like different sort of security arrangements, versus there are some not volatile states where they don't need that much security or concentration of security during the polls. What would you say to that?
okay. Let's go to history. Now I'll tell you, the first election, which was held in 51, 52, that was the longest duration,
Yes.
because that was the first election India was finding its feet, because that was adult franchise and all that kind, and most of the polling booths were manned, very normal, absolutely nothing, and then the ballot boxes were moved to the polling booths by bailgadi and things like that kind
Right.
of thing. Okay. Not even motorized,
Right.
not even motorized transport, and that took a long time. It took 119 days. The first election,
Right.
119 days. 57, this second generation, it took 18 days.
Oh, wow. 18 days. Okay.
18, yeah. Third, 1962, 6 days.
Whoa. Okay.
67, 4 days. Throughout the country.
It's getting shorter.
Yeah. And of course, sometimes it's 9 days, sometimes 4 days. And 1980 election, 1980 election, it took 3 days.
Wow.
And of course, after Session came in as the chief election commissioner, chief election commissioner, for the first time you had phases introduced in order to see that rigging doesn't happen.
Yes.
That's when the movement of forces question came in. Before that, the movement of forces question did not come in. And with the kind of rapid transportation that we have and the kind of communications that we have today, well, it could have been 20 days, 19 days, 18 days, 16 days, but so much of
It
protracted.
didn't make sense. It didn't.
Okay, so even that force movement argument also can be thrown out of the window.
Correct. Fair enough.
Fine. So that is out of our way now, and still people are not able to figure out why these kind of a thing. So many phases, and another thing is during the election, the kind of violations of model code of conduct by the Prime Minister himself, openly speaking about minorities, that your one of your things will be all your money will be given away to other parties, opposition parties will give it away to Muslims jo ज़्यादा बच्चा पैदा करते हैं वो, all that kind of a thing, and machli, imams, and mujra, Angal Sutra, and all that kind of thing. No action is taken by
No
the
action is taken.
Commission. Not even notices are served. Now, if somebody asks me, this denotes or this tells you that the Election Commission is not independent, it is serving the interests of the ruling party. What defense do I have? What kind of a defense with which can the Election Commission equip me? Because I want to counter people like you. Isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
There's one more thing. After that, the polling happens. Every time in all the since 1952, the polling provisional figures are announced at the end of the day, on the polling day,
Yes.
and either within 24 hours or maximum 36 hours, the final figures are announced. Constituency wise, gross voting figures have been announced all through. The other thing is Form 17C Part 1, which gives you in every booth how many votes were polled, are also published. This is the first time that the first phase final figures were given after 11 days. 11 days.
Yes.
You are digital India.
Yeah. That's true.
Inexplicable. And second phase, Meghnad, even today as we talk, even today, the second phase polling figures are not announced. Even now.
Why is that? So you told me this on the call, I remember. So like I think
And
Sorry.
third, fourth, fifth, sixth,
just
you're freezing and your voice is breaking.
yeah. I think you're also freezing. I think this is a very, very important point you're making. I want the audience to also understand this a little bit more, because so first phase 11 days delay, second phase no data, rest of the phases they gave data.
You're cut.
Just a second. Let's wait for it to stabilize again.
After 11 days.
After 11 days, yes. Second phase, there was no data. And then rest of the phases, they gave data.
They gave data after 4 days, 5 days, 4 days, and 5 days.
But why not second phase? What happened in the second phase?
Second phase, see, the second phase, they gave for the entire state the percentage and the gross figure.
Okay.
But we do not have any preliminary figure. And constituency wise, there are no figures. And the strike rate of the BJP and NDA in the second phase, where there is no data published at all, it's something amazing. The strike rate, I'll read it out for you. West Bengal, 3 constituencies have gone for polling in the second phase.
Right.
BJP NDA won all the 3. All the 3. 3 out of 3. UP in second phase, 8 constituencies have gone to voting. And the BJP NDA won all the 8. Madhya Pradesh, 6 constituencies have gone to polls in the second phase. And BJP NDA won all the 6. Tripura, 1 constituency has gone to poll in the second phase. That constituency was won by BJP.
Okay.
J&K, 1 constituency had gone to poll in the second phase. That was won by BJP.
Okay. Wow.
Karnataka, 14 constituencies have gone to poll in the second phase. 12 constituencies were won by BJP. Rajasthan, you're able to hear?
Yeah, I am.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I am. I am able to hear you. But I think, yeah, Rajasthan. Yes, now you're back. Rajasthan.
Rajasthan.
Yes.
13 constituencies have gone to polls in the second phase. Of 13, 10 were won by BJP. Assam, 5 had gone to poll in the second phase. 4 were won by the BJP. So look at the strike rate in the second phase where no data is available.
Right.
Now comes the hike in voting. This is very interesting. Okay. Vote hike. In the first phase, it's not just you in the intro to this particular segment, you said in 79 seats there was vote hike. No.
Yeah.
In every phase there was vote hike.
Okay.
Okay. Now, phase 1, 102 seats. The initial announcement of the turnout was 62.87. The final figure which was announced was 66.71.
Okay. So
which means 54,45,000 votes were extra.
how did this happen? My question is what is this like? How did they magically appear?
I do not know. I do not know how this has happened.
Right.
I do not want to disbelieve. I do not want to mistrust the election commission.
Right.
But I want to know how to explain this.
Correct.
Now,
correct.
Okay. The second, first, let me give you
Sure.
the thing, and then we come to discuss. The,
Sure.
Second phase, 88 seats went to polls. The initial announcement of the turnout was 60.96. The final was 66.71, which is a gap of 5.75, which is 91 lakhs odd.
Okay.
91 lakhs.
91.
Third phase, 93 seats have gone to polls. And initial announcement was 61.45. Final turnout was 65.68, which means a difference of 4.23%, which is 72 lakh votes. Fourth phase, 96 seats have gone to polls. Initial turnout figure announced was 62.84%. Final turnout was 62 from 62 to 69.16, which is a hike or a difference of 6.32%, which amounts to 1 crore 11 lakhs and 94,000.
Wow. It's just growing.
It is growing, yes. Okay. And then phase 5, 49 seats. Initial announcement was 54.47. Final announcement, the votes counted were 62.20, which is a hike, which is a difference of 4.73%, which amounts to 42 lakh odd. Phase 6, 58 seats have gone to polls. Initial announcement was 59.06. Final count was 63.37, which is a hike or a difference of 4.31%, which amounts to 48 lakh votes.
Wow. Okay.
Phase 7, Meghnad, is 57 seats. Initial announcement was 59.45. The final votes counted were 63.88%. The difference was 4.43%, which amounts to 44 lakh. All these put together for 7 phases, the difference was 4 crore 65 lakh 46,885 votes.
Right.
The difference.
Right.
Oh, now
Matlab
this
4.6 crore.
4.65 crores. Yes.
4.65 crore. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, what does it tell you? It tells you that the 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 hike of voting. This is an average, I told you. But if you go into specific states, it is uneven. For instance, Odisha, the difference was 12.48%. 12.48%.
12
You
point.
know,
That's crazy. Yeah.
you know, point one percent vote difference makes a huge difference
Of
between
course.
government and
Of course.
this is 12.48%, and you could see the gain by the BJP was 18 seats there.
Correct.
And Maharashtra, the difference, or what you can call the vote hike, was 8.89%. The gain could be 11 seats. West Bengal, 4.83% is the difference hike. The gain for BJP was 10 seats. Andhra Pradesh, again, another very high vote hike, is 12.54%.
12%.
Odisha was 12.48,
Yeah.
and Andhra Pradesh was 12.54%.
Wow. Okay.
And the gain for the NDA was 7 seats. Karnataka, 4.8%, 4.08%. The gain for BJP was 6 seats. Chhattisgarh, 4.93%. The gain for BJP was 5 seats. And Rajasthan, 5.60%. And the gain was 5 seats. So total, all these put together, is 79 seats.
Right. So that is how the 79 seat number comes. Okay.
Yeah, and for instance, in of course there are in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala, the vote hike was there. They could not win the election, but they can say that we have increased our percentage.
Vote share. Vote share has gone up. Yes.
And in Kerala, on an average, 20 seats, and the hike was this much. And on an average, it is about 86,000 votes per constituency. And BJP won 1 seat there this time, and the margin was exactly around 86,000. You know,
86,000, yeah.
if somebody brings it to me and says, look, there's some irregularity here, how do I defend this? So election will have to give me some basis to defend it, isn't it?
Of course, they have to. I mean, like, see, again, see, that's my thing. Like, I kind of agree with you there, where you say that, like, now that these things are out in the open, people have done their work, these reports have come out. I believe ADR has also questioned the numbers by the Election Commission. Uh,
In fact, ADR's calculation is almost about 5 crores or 6 crores, more
yeah,
than 5.
like, these are the conservative estimates. Like, ADR has way more. Um, my question to you then is that why is the election commission not respond, like, is there any point where we can as citizens pressure the election commissioner enough to give answers? Is it even possible at this point of time?
Yeah. Before that, people ask me, okay, you are saying all this. Why aren't the other political parties and opposition parties not talking about it?
Right.
Okay. So let me answer that. I mean, my idea why they are not, and they fight shy, and
Yeah.
then we go to what.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, political parties are afraid that, for instance, take for instance the case of Congress or DMK or any other political party or Jharkhand Mukti Morcha or somebody. Now, immediately, a question can be put to them. Oh, when you win Himachal, when you win Karnataka, when you win Telangana, it's okay, is it? If you lose, you're questioning it.
Yeah.
And to that, these political parties have no answer. DMK, oh, you won the election in assembly and now you're crying. JMM, when you win, it's okay, and when you don't win it, it's not all right, is it? For that, what I can think of, Meghnad, suppose if we were traveling together, and you have 5,000 rupees in your wallet, and if I take all the 5,000 rupees, if I steal all the 5,000 rupees, you would immediately suspect me,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
But if I take just 500 rupees from your 5,000 rupees, you would break your head. Where did I spend this? Did
Yeah.
I stopped there? I stopped here, or did I give it to somebody? Or did I count it wrongly?
Correct. Correct.
A clever thief would do it selectively. He would give you Himachal Pradesh, he would take Rajasthan. He would give you Telangana, but he'll take UP.
Yeah.
One more thing. When I said UP, I'm reminded of another thing. When we are talking about Bihar 3.3%, Haryana 6.43%, the difference, and Andhra Pradesh for 12.54%, and Odisha for 12.48%. We talked about the percentages. UP, where the BJP and NDA did not do well, the difference was in the range of 0.28, 0.23, 0.25.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting.
So that gives strength to the doubts of many people like you.
Correct. Absolutely. I agree. That, I mean, like, when I saw this report and when I was reading, so there was this another report. I believe Deccan Herald may someone wrote a opinion piece. I think you only shared it with us as well, who says that they have filed like 6 RTIs now, asking for very basic information, like, but just to give my audience an idea of what they asked
Who
for.
the returning officers are.
Yes, exactly. They asked for who is the returning officer in 543 constituencies that went for elections. The election commission responded saying, "We don't know." How is
We
that
have
a thing?
we have no information. Who conducted the
That's
elections?
ridiculous. How? Like, I agree with you that the election commission is being extremely shady, right? I mean, I hear you. I hear you there absolutely. How do we fix this? I mean, like, okay, we know all this. We are citizens who are like questioning this, etc. Election commission is not responding. Eh, what do we do next?
Yeah. Before that, let me say this. Many people are saying, the political parties not talking about it. They should have the Form 17C Part 1. Why are they not publishing? Political parties are sloppy. They did not,
Hmm.
whatever. That's a different thing. But before that, let me say this. The democratic process, the election process, should not be and cannot be seen as a game between political parties. We are equally important stakeholders in this whole thing. It's not that political parties fight and we just go and cast vote and don't bother about whether that vote is properly recorded, whether it is properly registered, whether it is properly whether it is going to the symbol on which I have pressed, whether if there are 100 votes polled, whether 100 votes are counted or 150 votes are counted. It's not just the remit of the political parties, it is remit of mine and yours also, isn't it, as a common citizen.
Absolutely, yeah.
So when the election commission is behaving not as an autonomous independent body but as a government department, we've seen from scheduling of the elections to the model code of conduct enforcement to Chandigarh mayoral election, and all these things we have seen how they've gone, and the vote hike, and phase two, they've not even
Given
divulged.
the data, yeah.
17C is not published, breaking the entire precedence. They broke the precedents, and how the electoral bonds thing have absolutely vitiated the level playing field and all
The
that.
the political economy was ruined. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And in this context, the only thing that can be done is putting pressure by the civil society, by the people like you and me, talking about it, shouting about it. And I suggested in one or two interactions, one in Chennai in a public meeting and all that, is that let us write a postcard to the President of India. Let lakhs and lakhs and crores of postcards go to Rashtrapati Bhavan, saying that, look, these are our irregularities. Address them as President of India, as the custodian of the Constitution. And Constitution defines Parliament as Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the President of India,
Right,
isn't it? So
right.
President of India is part of Parliament. That is why when Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha pass a bill, until the President of India signs, it doesn't become an act. That is the institution of Parliament. And the President of India is the custodian of the Constitution
Right.
and our democracy and our parliament and the integrity of our electoral process and our democratic process. So we should write crores and crores of postcards, and the Rashtrapati Bhavan should be drowned in postcards. In fact, with all those rooms in Rashtrapati Bhavan, people should not have even enough space to move around. Every room should be full of
Full of
postcards.
postcards.
you know, Unless something of that kind happens, this government will not wake up, this election commission will not wake up. Because, Meghnad, let me say this. If you and I can know these kind of irregularities, I'm sure the election commission knows it.
Yeah.
And the people who are the beneficiaries of these irregularities and who are sitting in power today also know it.
Yeah.
But as on today, they think that they think that we don't know it.
That's true.
They know it, but they think that we don't know it.
Yeah.
Therefore, you can see traces of guilt and traces of not very happy or at victory and all that. You can see it in the faces of these people. It's like this. I often give this example. Suppose you are familiar with Wimbledon, aren't you?
Yes.
Wimbledon, a player gets into, the round qualifying rounds and round one, round two, round three, etc., and then semifinals and quarterfinals and semifinals and finals. Finals, it's a very, very tough fight. 7-5, he or she wins, and then they're given a shield.
Yeah.
So when they hold that shield up, hundreds and thousands of flashlights and cameras and pictures and
Correct.
oh, the entire world adulation and all that. You feel, you feel great. But the shield that particular player holds doesn't cost more than a lakh of rupees. Oh,
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
okay,
okay.
maybe 10 lakhs, maybe 10 lakhs.
Right, right,
Just because I have 10 lakhs,
right.
if I make that shield and hold it, does it give me pride?
That's true.
Does it earn me adulation?
That's very true. That's a very interesting way to look at it. Yeah.
You know that is how these people are sitting on their respective chairs, because they know but that is why you don't feel that pride, and you don't feel that kind of a happiness, and you don't feel that
The
what
confidence is gone.
the confidence is gone.
Yeah.
You've not won it.
Correct.
Okay. Now the point is here, this important point here is, they now know that this is an irregular thing, but they know that we don't know. But after a month or so, things as usual. Many people think, okay, it's done and dusted, and let's move on, kind of a thing. If this goes on, and there are maybe another pre-wedding or wedding, and
Yeah.
the action of one foreign tour or the other, one Olympic medal or the other, and something or the other that goes on, and then if we don't tell these people that we also know what you know, then they'll start thinking that these people do not know, so therefore they become again confident, and all that kind of thing.
Right.
Therefore, Meghnad, I would recommend strongly to all the people who are now tuned into this, and maybe later people, recorded version people see, write a postcard, and tell everybody to write a postcard. Make it into a huge countrywide movement where postcards, crores and crores of postcards are written. Answer these questions. Then only then can the Election Commission of India will come down onto its knees and answer, or lift its hands up and
Lift
say,
its hands up. Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
it's there.
it's unfortunate. I mean, I get where you're coming from, where the postcard thing can, I think, be effective. I do not dismiss that, but it's actually quite unfortunate, because now that you say it, let's say, because we do this MPGA, right, which is like we give briefs to MPs and about different issues. I was thinking about this, like, let's say I write a brief on this, right, which is like, there is like irregularities that we have noticed. No blame there. No, no, we just want, like, as you said, we just want you to know that this is happening. So we do that. Um, I don't think any MP would be comfortable raising this in parliament even, right? I don't. I don't know who will do this. Like, which is the one MP I can think of who will be able to even make like a move on this front, raise a notice, or even the parliament will allow this. Eh, It's very sad. Like, parliament, I see it as this place where all issues should be raised and discussed, but this
I
particular issue,
so this VFD, this group, Vote for Democracy, it has served a notice more than a month ago to the Election Commission, saying that these are the queries that we have.
yeah,
So far, the Election Commission has not cared even to answer. Okay, now, since you mentioned about members of parliament and parliament, somebody can raise a question saying that there are questions about this from particular groups to the Election Commission of India. Why can't this be debated? Why can't this be discussed? Why can't this be answered?
Of course, that's what the parliament is there for.
Yes, and this is raising fundamental questions of why we are sitting here in this house,
Right.
how we are sitting in this house. Are we qualified to sit in this house?
That's very true. Yeah.
Isn't it?
But then,
So,
then, then the other counter argument here is exactly that, is that because there it is questioned whether they should be sitting in the house, it is an existential crisis, and therefore this will never come up in parliament.
no, but if somebody who dares to raise this,
Okay.
whether it is discussed or not is a different thing. Let it be raised.
Okay.
But I have more faith in the civil society, Meghnad.
Correct.
More than I have faith in the political parties. So civil society, youngsters, you see, you are a youngster. I might be around for another 10 years, 15 years. People like me, our runway is very short ahead. We had a long runway behind us.
Yes.
But people like you have a long runway,
Yeah.
longer of you. So it is you who is going to face the music tomorrow.
That's true.
And one more thing. You see, this election, the suspicion is about 5 crore votes are manipulated. 4 crore, 65 lakhs or whatever, 5 crores roughly. Now, if political parties think that, we could not put in enough efforts this election, therefore we did not win. Next elections, let's put more effort so that we could win. I would say forget about it.
Oh.
If this particular thing is not corrected now, this election 5 crore votes are manipulated. Next election 10 crores would be manipulated.
Aram se, like if they're not caught or if they're not questioned right now, then this will just get worse. They'll say, oh, we got away with that much. Now, of course, we'll get away with a lot more. Yeah.
If you make a huge hue and cry now, at least next election people will be afraid to do this kind of a thing. Otherwise, they'll do 10 crores.
Right. No, absolutely. I mean, it will act as a deterrent, like definitely, if like, at least give us some answers. If nothing, give us some answers. Why are you not telling us even the returning officers' names?
So, which also tells them, look, the people are vigilant. They are not just taking anything that we do lying down. They are questioning the phasing of the elections. They are questioning of the model code of conduct violations. They are questioning, polling the percentage, the vote, 17C. They are questioning everything. So we are accountable. Is there anything? Tell me, Meghnad. Is there anything written in the Constitution or in our statute book that Election Commission of India need not be accountable?
And of course not. I mean, like,
We are
I mean,
in democracy.
the whole basis of their existence is that they have to conduct a free and fair election, which is supposed to represent, like, we are choosing our representatives. Like, the fundamental basic skeleton of our democracy is the election. The election commission is supposed to run it. So, which means they are the first institution which is most accountable to the people, according to me. Otherwise, nothing else matters. Everything else is pointless if the election commission is not accountable.
If I go to the polling booth, I go to the polling booth with absolute confidence that whomever I vote, my vote is going to that political party or that candidate. And the way it goes is the way it is counted. What I have in mind is reflected in the box, the EVM, and that is how it is counted, and that is how it is declared. And if 100 votes are polled, 100 votes are counted, not 150.
Right.
Not 101.
Of course. I've been thinking about the question of accountability a lot, right? I mean, this goes a little beyond elections also sometimes, which is, again, of course, elections is the very basis of government. So that is the thing. But like, I was also sort of struggling, let's say, with understanding this one thing about how to hold our elected representatives accountable. It's very difficult, like especially with like things like this, or like let's say the RG car case, which happened, like Mamta Banerjee being held accountable, or all you get is arrogance, right? Like anything you talk about, right? One of the things that I have been always been questioning about was GST, for example, right? GST and the way it's implemented and the effect that it has been having on businesses is kind of crazy. I keep telling my audience that, listen, it doesn't matter who the government is, right? If I have to conduct a business right now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for stable policy which will let me plan, right? If I'm running a dhaba and I have to expand it, and I'm like, I have this much income in a year, and I'm able to plan it according to that, and I'll be able to build an expansion. But then they change like GST rates, they bring in like, oh, put the names of your employees outside your dhaba type random policies. How will you ever do business? uh, there are a lot of questions on this, sir. Like, A, what is your view on GST? And B, why are they so random? Like, why is it that like medicines, recently they put 18% GST on medicines? Why? How do we hold our politicians accountable when they are being so random?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, educational implements, educational aids, medicines, and they have more GST than luxury goods and gold ornaments. They have less GST. It's absolutely illogical.
Exactly. Yeah.
And one more thing, I don't know if you've seen today's reports. They say that personal taxes are more than the corporate taxes. The collection from personal taxes is more now than the collection of the
Yes.
corporate.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
the second thing. The second thing is indirect taxes like GST,
Yeah.
etc.
Sir, sorry, just interrupting. You have half an hour, right? Like, I mean, I'm not taking up too much of your time, right?
Yeah. Well, now it's 10:30.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I do like 3-4 hour streams.
No, no, no. Another 10, 15 minutes we can.
Okay, fair enough. Because there's so many questions, I want to ask a few to you
Yeah,
before you
we can
go.
have one more session sometime later.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, go on. GST, yes.
So GST. Uh, Personal income tax. Some people say that we have taxpayers.
Yeah.
Because they're paying income tax.
Yes.
Now, the point is, I want your audience, to have this totally registered in their minds, is that everybody who breathes in this country, every human is a taxpayer.
Yes.
Because we even if you're just buy a BD, you're paying a tax.
Right.
The indirect tax. And the indirect tax collection is much, much more than the direct tax collection.
Right.
Now, and the incidence of the indirect tax is more on the poorer sections.
Right.
The bottom 50% pays 65% of the collection of the indirect taxes. 65% is paid by the bottom 50% of our population.
Of total or indirect tax?
Indirect tax.
Okay.
And direct tax is just 1%.
Of course, right. Of course. Yeah.
1%
Correct.
of 1 to 2% people pay. It's pittance.
Correct.
So indirect tax is the largest collection. In the indirect tax, which is the largest collection, more bottom 50% pays more than 65%. And the middle 40% pays just about 33-35%. 30-32%. And the top pays just about 1 to 2%.
Wow. Oh.
So I tell you, I want to put it to you, if this is not tax terrorism, what is tax terrorism?
Absolutely, it is tax terrorism. Also, like, I don't. One of the things, okay, so like I keep giving this example, and it was so weird when it happened. When the GST had first come in, right? Like I remember this, a lot of states were unhappy Because honestly, like the center was taking away the rights of the states to even implement tax and collect and manage their own budgets. Now they will be more dependent on the center for money. It was quite strange how everyone fell in line suddenly and then sort of rehauled the entire indirect tax system in the favor of the center, right? That happens, and the implementation was a disaster, like so on and so forth, and we now
Very
see
irrational kind of a structure.
very very irrational, right? And now we are in a place where we are stuck with this system, right? And they just keep implementing it more and more on the people. As you said, tax terrorism, this is one of the examples of that. um, there is a related question to this. If you connect this with the unemployment and job crisis and the frustration that people have in general in the economy, do you think there is a chance of I wouldn't say revolt, but also like some sort of an uprising against this sort of, like exploitation by the government?
Well, I won't go as far as terming that as an uprising, but at least some kind of a dissent, some kind of a, disapproval and
Yeah.
some rejection. But you see, what is happening, Meghnad, is this. Now we have unequal economy and a majoritarian polity.
Hmm.
Okay. What this does is these two have their own others. Majoritarian polity has Muslim as the other, or any minority as the other.
Correct.
Unequal economy has the poor as the other.
Right.
Okay. It does one more thing, that is, unequal economy, not only the minorities but the majority also suffers. Okay. Price rise, unemployment, all these things are rural distress, farmers distress. The majority, minority, everybody in that. And by by the very definition, majority will be more in that. Unemployed, more majority will be there. But what this majoritarian polity does is it numbs the majority to the economic distress. You probably had seen some people on some clips which are circulated. Even if the gas cylinder is 4,000 rupees, also I want this government.
I know, yeah, I saw that, yes. Yeah.
It numbs the population, it numbs the majority to economic distress.
But that can't be forever, right? Like, I mean, like you can do it for a decade, but after that,
Yes.
people will be like, "No, I'm hungry." Also, by the way. So,
Of course.
yeah.
It does. But then you see, and then you couple that with this kind of an electioneering, this kind of an election commission. Whether you resent and vote them out, they're wrong.
They're there, yeah.
And the capturing of the institutions. And then you see, you have a compliant media. I mean, you are an exception, but then
Yeah.
compliant media. Compliant media. I say this because you see, look at the kind of exit polls.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes.
That is to prepare the ground for this kind of a irregularity. To justify that. Look, see, exit polls told they're going to get in, isn't it?
Right.
And
I mean,
this
sir,
time,
to be honest, they did this matha pachi as they call it, and they still got 240. That's a little disappointing, isn't it? Like,
now you take away 79 out of it.
yeah.
So how much is that?
Yeah.
If
160?
80,
161? Yeah.
So
It,
you got
I think it's a very interesting way to think about this, because what you said about the let's say the religious chauvinism,
the
religious
majoritarianism.
majoritarianism, religious chauvinism, which which was so apparent until like literally a few months ago. I feel like that is also waning a little bit, because especially after the presentation of the last budget and all the things.
And the results in UP tell you that
Yeah.
where there's no hike, even Faizabad, Ayodhya, gone.
Gone. Yeah. And then like you have to wonder whether as we started off with that, like whether this government will survive or whatever it is. Honestly, I don't care anymore, because I have this belief that the government is full of bureaucrats who are incompetent, and they make incompetent laws all the time and make our lives difficult. It is great if the government is inefficient, because at least they let us live in peace. I feel like we deserve at least 5 years of peace. Where
You, you are an anarchist.
I'm not. I just want peace, sir. I have seen 10 years of extremely amazing decisions taken by our supreme leader. Now I'm not. I'm like, okay, let us rest for 5 years. But Dr. Prabhakar, I have many more questions for you, but I know we are running short on time, but I will let you go. I would request you if you can come back again.
Of course, of course. I
Yeah.
would love to. I would love to. It's very
Like I have like right now in front of me there are at least like I don't know how many 20 more questions on different things. I try to cover
you,
them in
you,
our
you, yeah,
yeah.
you keep them, you note them down and keep them. Maybe
Yes.
in next sessions we can take up some of the questions.
Absolutely, absolutely. But thank you so much, sir, for giving us time. Our chat is very excited. They were very excited when I announced them, and they're still like, if you see the chat after this, it's going crazy. Like they're like, yeah. But thank you so much, sir. I hope you really enjoyed this session
I
as well.
enjoyed. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
yeah. Thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much. Bye, bye. I think that is done. Hello, hello. Hi, hi. I'm back. Just a second. Yes, thank you for coming, everyone, and thank you for coming, Dr. Prakala Prabhakar. Thank you. My God, that was mind blowing. Don't you agree, chat? Man, I was processing so much information. I love guests like this. I think Akar Patel was one, and I was pretty sure that Dr. Prabhakar would be also another where I would be like, what is going on? What is going on? Great, great. I love such guests. Guys, I hope you leave feedback on the thing. I have a lot of questions, as I said, from you, which are there. I can see them as well. Look at this. So Trish, I had told Trish, please keep collecting these on the nerdy dashboard so we all have those questions. I know we are going to keep these. We are going to try to get him again, and next time I will talk to him about a bunch of things that you are pointing out as well. I tried to cover some of them today also. Honestly, while he was talking, I was trying to connect what he was saying with what you wanted answered, etc. I hope I managed to do some of that. I'm not sure all of it, but some of it would have been covered, I feel like. Might be kind of awkward. When is he going to do a comeback? I will see. I will see. I'll do another session definitely now that he has said that he will come back. We're gonna try, friends. And also, now we will get more guests. I think this is a great format. So if you have any other guest in mind, please do suggest. Another person I wanted to get again was Raju Parulekar. I will talk to him and we will get him as well, because Maharashtra elections, yes, another thing that is coming up. I want to get an update from him about Maharashtra again. I think that would be interesting. Yes, please, friends, do consider supporting this stream if you liked my work, if you like my content, economic condition and joblessness. I think Chitrak, we did cover it, and thank you for the 3 months. Guys, here's the thing. I have to be honest with you. Like this is the first time in my channel's history, a year later, where I have seen a drop in my stats in the last week. Actually, Deshbhakt had warned me about this कि तू ना जिस दिन एक वीक के लिए कंटेंट नहीं डालेगा तेरा कंटेंट गिरेगा then it will take you months to recover. Now, since 2 days, I am worried. Because I'm seeing it. So please, if you can support this channel, just by sharing or watching or just super chats and buy me a coffee and everything, so that I am a little more assured that ठीक है, it's okay, इतना भी बुरा हाल नहीं है. But I'm a little worried now. कोई नहीं यार, कोई नाही कर लेंगे. मेघनाद यार तू पण महाराष्ट्रीयन आहेस तर ॲटलिस्ट तू तरी पारुलेकर प्रोनाऊन्स करून पारुळेकर कर. अरे माहिती आहे रे पिस्तोल, मला माहिती आहे मी पारुळेकरच म्हणतो, पण नाही कोणीतरी म्हटलं मला की पारुलेकर आहे, तर म्हटलं की ओके फाईन, मला माहिती नाही, कन्फ्यूज झालो थोडंसं. ठीक आहे पारुळेकर, पारुळेकर, ओके. People kept correcting me, Parulekar. When I said Parulekar, they were like, "No, Parulekar." अरे मी त्यांनाच विचारीन आता. They invite Niranjan Takle. Oh yes, that's another great guest. That's why Beer Biceps keep bombarding short clips of his existing long videos. Yeah, Vikram, I know what you mean. Don't use Opera GX. It is not a secure browser. I like it. Also Chrome, I don't really like. Firefox also, I don't really like. It's okay. It's fine. Please bring in Akash. Oh, yeah, I can try him. Kanhaiya. Ooh, Aditya Thackeray. Yellow George Soros CIA funded foreign support. Amazing. Thank you, Simar. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you. Much appreciated support. Hello. Thank you so much. I have been told by some of the members who have been screaming at me that I sometimes I like talk to them and they're like कि तू पैसा मांगेगा नहीं तो लोग देंगे काय को. तो फिर मैं मांगता है अभी, मैं मांग रहा हूँ. Which is true actually. Like sometimes you will forget, no, my content is so addictive and amazing. You might be thinking that, हाँ ये तो कर ही रहा है. Sometimes I have to remind you also that guys, मेरा घर चलाना है मेरे को, मेरा सब कुछ करना है. Also like the Excel sheets of the show are in and they look very worrying also. मैंने बोला था ना नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस पे भी चला गया तो ठीक होगा, रेड में नहीं जाना चाहिए. अभी एक्सपैंड हो रहा है चैनल, सो दिस इज लाइक द जिटरी स्टेज राइट वेयर आई एम रियली वरीड दैट माय channel expenses will go like through the roof and I will be in debt and I will be screwed. देखते हैं. YOLO-ness. Team Soros zindabad. Thank you Switchblade. Thank you. Much appreciated. Oh, Derek would be a great guest. Yes, that's a good one. Yes, Giga Meet. Thank you, Miss Granger, for reminding. All the people who have Giga membership here, please do come and join us on Sunday at 11 p.m. 11 a.m. on Sunday, this Sunday. I'm doing a special Giga Meet on Google Meet. So come. If you're a Giga member, we can chill. You can give me feedback. I'll tell you updates about what is up. And there is a massive project underway, actually two. Massive projects underway. So if you're a Giga member, there is a chance I'll tell you also what is happening. So yeah. Actually two तो अभी. Two तो project चल ही रहे. एक तो तुमको दिख रहा है, which is Democracy IRL. The second one will come soon, which we are building up towards. Sitaram Yechuri, Shekhar Gupta. No, Shekhar Gupta, no. Thank you very much, Raj Yadav. Hey, Escanor, thank you so much. Thank you. Much appreciated. Samir, thank you so much for the 20 membership. Yes, thank you, thank you. So many people getting memberships. Tomorrow we are doing a DKD live. It is going to be a live stream with Medusa. So DKD का live होगा. कल 8 बजे या 9 बजे I'll announce it. So yeah, so be there, be there. Ankita Bharadwaj is excellent activist. Please bring. Sure, I will. Ankita Bharadwaj is one. Miss Granger and Trish, please note down some of the names that you that we have here. Samir doing the Lord's work. Yes. समधीश को भी लेके आ सकते हैं. Sure. Yes, there are some people we are reaching out to. Also, guys, please thank Miss Granger for making this happen. Yes, our research queen Trish is the reason why we had Dr. Prabhakar on stream today. So please say thank you. I have thanked her many times. Now you must too. Garima won't be there for DKD. I'll get Garima separately. Yes, I'll get her. Here you go for the amazing work. Thank you so much, Richie. Thank you, much appreciated. देखो friends, मैंने बोला ना मांगने से ही मिलता है. If you ask, you get. Ooh, guys, I'm very excited. Can I show you what I have ordered? I'm very excited about this. It's coming tomorrow. It is a part of my rig. It is going to be a part of my rig. Wait. As I said, I'm building a live streaming kit, right? So I have ordered. एक second, friendos. Set up. Yes. Look. I have ordered this one, which is it is a audio interface. It is a mixer. It is a sound mixer, which allows you to do things. And I think this was very useful because what I'll do is I'm going to carry my laptop. I'm going to keep the sound mixer. I'm going to take one camera, which will be my vlogging camera also, which can become my webcam also. And then I'm going to stream. I'm going to stream remotely. That's the idea. I'm going to try and build this rig. Thank you for the basic support. Raj Yadav is saying 8799 rupees इतना पैसा है तो आपके पास तो मांगते क्यों हो? राज यादव तुझे फ्री मेंबरशिप मिला है ना कि तूने पैसा दिया है? No, seriously, I'm asking because I feel like you have a free membership. और तूने पैसा दिया मुझे पता नहीं. But yeah. Actually, the one that is great is 37K. Where you're not traveling for the show. I was. The thing is, I don't want to miss the streams going forward. So like, for example, when I'm in Bangalore, I'm going on a Friday. So I want to be able to stream from Bangalore when I'm not here. So that's the idea. Can you bring Madhu Trehan? That would be awesome. I'm not sure if she'll come. She has retired, friends. Can you bring Dalit voice on platform? Buffalo Intellectual को ला सकते हैं. Actually, Buffalo Intellectual is a good idea. I'm not getting context. What is 37K? The actual legit professional mixer is like 37K. Free membership मिला है sir. See what I mean? और सर रहते हैं सिंगापुर में, सर बड़ा पैसा कमाते हैं और फिर देन दे क्वेश्चन गरीब कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स, और फ्री मेंबरशिप लेके भी बैठे, रोज आते हैं, चोमुगिरी करते हैं, बिहेव्स लाइक अ 5 year old, नो पेशेंस, जीरो पेशेंस, एंड देन बेसिकली कैरेक्टर पे सवाल उठाते हैं कि अरे इतना पैसा है तेरे पास तो मांगता क्यों है, टाइप नॉनसेंस. राज यादव, you're a character, friend. You're a character. And we see your current mixer. I don't have one. That's the thing. I don't have a mixer. So here's the thing what I have to do when, for example, here's me starting the stream. Okay, let me show you. Okay, this is my current mixer. This is my current playlist. So for example, I am doing this. Yeah, so yeah, ये चल रहा है. उम्बे की तरह. ठीक है, ठीक है, चल रहा है. Now it's like I come in and I have to do this. Hello nerd friends, how is everyone? Hello nerd friends, how is everyone? So this is my mixer. VLC is currently my mixer. So that's how we do things on this stream. Supporting Alu Gang, thank you so much. Bring your live show to Hyderabad. Shri Krishna, so me and Shweta were talking about this today only. So probably we might do Nagpur and Hyderabad next for Democracy IRL. There are softwares to mimic mixers. I know, Pragya. There is, what is it called? I looked for them. I tried to operate them. My sound card was not compatible with it. And then I found out that there are a lot of problems with that. And then my thing is connected. Then my Shure ka driver is conflicting with that. Lots of things are happening. So the troubleshooting for that was that एक physical device लेके आ, इसमें इधर mic लगा, इधर headphone लगा, इधर ये लगा, वो लगा, and then you have a mixer. I'm like, sure. What was that Afro song? That is our channel anthem, friend. Right now, it is great that our normal chat can be read by MEGHNERD. Later, when he will become big like Deshbhakt, then we could only communicate via super chats only. I hope we get there one day, Yash Joshi. I hope so. कि इतने chats आ रहे हैं कि बस super chats ही पढ़ सकते हैं, friends. क्या करेंगे? Srujan, thank you for the 8 months. Hosting a major leader, how can I get your inputs? Hosting a major leader? What is this? What is happening? Shrujan, please tell us what does this even mean? What is this hosting a major leader that you're doing? Did you try using Stream Deck? You can create macros to do some of the functions. Stream Deck, I think I had used earlier. No, you can do that in OBS also, honestly. Like you can do like macro functions, etc. But the mixer would be better that way when I'm traveling. Also, recording ke liye it will be great because of my video recording and everything. Normally, Twitch streamers just use separate audio channels on OBS and not really massive mixers for music. Oh yeah, I know. I saw a bunch of streamers only who do this. So this was a very sasta and function heavy thing, so that's why I'm getting this. So I'm very it should be interesting. Let's see. कल use करके देख लेंगे, तुमको दिख ही जाएगा वो. कल Friday stream, tomorrow or Friday stream में you will see it. Hi, I brought your Pune show tickets but wasn't able to join due to some personal work. Oh, Shreyang, that's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. But hopefully you can see me at some other time. Sir, is this your full-time job right now? Of course it is, Rajada. What do you think I do? This is my only source of income and full-time job now. Now Meghnad will be DJ Meghnad. Vishal, to tell you, to be very honest, I have been wanting to learn an instrument for ages, and that is going to be a keyboard. So I'm ramping up to it, right? At some point, I want to be able to do like while I'm streaming. Ding, ding. We'll do ballads. Let's see. How is your experience being on tour? It has been good, Sunny. Lots of learning. One thing is, stage shows are insane. Stage shows pay the audience reactions and everything. And the thing is, because there are so many comedians with me, they're like, material tight होना चाहिए. इसमें ये होना चाहिए, वो होना चाहिए, whatever. So I'm getting a lot of feedback. It's really fun. I'm having a lot of fun, like changing the content, bringing in stories, sort of formatting them in a way that is amusing, doing all the things, then trying to keep time, then rehearsing, then performing, then rehearsing some more, then figuring out कि time पे क्या हो रहा है, and then reacting to that. Lots of things. मजा आ रहा है but. Stage fright हुआ या अमेया, I had bad stage fright. Bad. Like panic attack level stage fright I've been having for the past week. Honestly, Shweta will know, and the other people who were there will know. It's just like in the Bandra show and in the Pune show. At one point, I think like 2 hours before the show, I was just lying flat on my face, and I was like, I can't. I'm just paralyzed by fear and anxiety. I just can't do it anymore. And then like I was like, oh my god. And then like in the green room in Bandra, piche, I think Van was also there when this was happening. I was just like hyperventilating all the while. I was like, oh my god, क्या हो रहा है? Why am I so nervous? होता है. Samosa or vada pav? Vada pav. Switchblade vada pav always. Sorry, we are likely to host a major Indian leader soon at work. Want to ask them questions on substantial issues and would like your inputs. I would love your inputs to shape these questions. Oh, Shrujan, seriously. Okay, sure. Email us on meghnerd@gmail.com. Let's set up something. When is your thing happening, by the way? What time? Let me figure it out. Good to see you exploring new formats. Thank you so much, Vignesh. Thank you. I've been wanting to sort of do some performances on stage for a while now, and I'm like, कर ही लेते हैं एक बार, देखते हैं क्या होता है. Maybe try thinking about what is your channel niche. Is it informative explainer type content? Is it funny content? अभी आपका niche नहीं पता चल रहा है. Raj Yadav, you don't need to understand the niche. Only I understand the niche, and I don't need to explain it also. Basically, actually, if you want to know my niche, क्या है रे? Commentary on society, politics, etc. Fun things. Basically, this YouTube channel is my personality right now. Like it is for all to see. Like the content I'm making, the vlogs, etc. Everything is just my personality. Wait, I have an answer. My YouTube channel is full of content that I want to watch, not what you want to watch. It is all that I would watch on a regular basis. That is what I create. You happen to watch it is great, but I like to watch this content, so I make it. Political therapy is the niche? Yes. Correct. That's also a good niche. Basically, toxic shit, which is politics and vocabulary and people, how they turn it into toxic stuff. I don't do that. I make it feel good while I talk about politics. While we talk about politics. That's a good niche, yeah? Josh, thank you for the membership, friend. You're random and freewheeling, but purely from growth perspective, need to think about strategy. Raja, nahi re, kya re matlab? Growth strategy and all. Listen, I'm not a MBA. I'm not one of those people who is like, growth chahiye, to fir video dalo, numbers lao, whatever. I honestly don't want to put that pressure on myself. Uh, I know if I earn enough from this channel, I will be able to run my house and everything, sure. But at the same time, I will keep reinvesting it in the channel, right? So that if more people are contributing, then I'm able to do more projects. For example, because of elections, I was able to do MPGA, right? Because of elections, I was able to hire people who will help me do MPGA and democracy IRL and researchers who are helping me with other things, right? Because of like the capital that I got during that time. Now, if more capital is coming in, I'm reinvesting it to, let's say, fly in Medusa from one place to the other, do another MPGA and another project that I'm working on, which will be coming soon. That you will realize what will happen then. So yeah, so that's the idea. I mean, like, I'm trying to put a lot of things back right now. So let's see. Selva Kumar, thank you so much. Ask and it will be given. Oh my God. See what I mean, chat. See what I mean. Ask and you shall get. Thank you so much, Selva Kumar. You are much kind, very kind. You are. This is for tolerating chomus like Binu, thank you so much. राज यादव, तुम्हारे बिहाफ पे लोग पैसा दे रहे हैं अब. अभी तो कुछ शर्म कर राज यादव, शर्म. Bring comedians who do political content and collab with Azim was great. Thank you so much, Sai. Actually, some people have been reaching out to me recently. Okay. Can I be honest, chat? Can I be? It's just us, right? It is just us, right? कौन है यहाँ पे? रुक जाओ एक मिनट, देखने दो कितने लोग देख रहे हैं. फिर मैं थोड़ा सा पर्सनल बताऊंगा तुमको, right? कितने लोग हैं? चली गई क्या? Random public? I can't tell. Literally on the internet. I know. It's not that much of a trade secret or anything. The thing is, one thing I realized is that so in the comedy circles of Bombay, there is this thing which is you do open mics first, then trial shows. So open mics being you just show up where you get a spot and you try material until you perfect it, and then you get like a lot of laughs, and then you basically bit by bit build an hour, which then you take around on a tour, and then you record it, and that's a special from my understanding. What I'm doing right now is a little unorthodox, which is right now the tickets that you're seeing are for my trial shows. So the people who are coming, the 80 to 100 people halls that we are booking, that is we are doing trial shows. Now my trial shows are getting sold out, which is encouraging for me, but also surprising for comedians who have not been doing this. Right? Because if they put up trial shows or like whatever, itna nahi hota hai usually. Which, and also the fact that this is political in nature, in your face, that is also a little interesting, right? So people are watching with a lot of interest in the live performance and comedy space about what is this crazy person doing? Why is he going around and saying he's teaching civics to adults? Which I am. It is a classroom. Ask the people who are attending. It's interesting. It's interesting. I feel like थोड़ा तो disruption हो रहा है कुछ ना कुछ. थोड़ा सा. Is India in an arranged marriage situation? Okay, weird. Am I the only random public here? No, random public. वैसे नहीं बोल रहा. Random public say hi. हाँ, Siddharth, members exclusive. Um, members exclusive. So we were thinking there might be one which will be for members only, like a democracy IRL live version. We haven't decided on that yet, but we'll try. We'll see what to do. But that will be for higher tier members only. So yeah. Bobble Mowgli ji once in a while. Which all comedian guiding you improve your material? Yash, so just to name a few, so Puneet has been great. Puneet and Chalta Hai Comedy, who are helping me organize this, have been excellent. They're helping me through the touring process, etc. Shreyas, my cousin, Shreyas Manohar, he's been helping. Abbas and Urjita also helped a lot because they gave me feedback. I ran through the thing with them, etc. Plus, they were on stage, so they helped a lot. So these are the few people who I can mention. Of course, Shweta has been enduring a lot of my rehearsals, so she has also given some inputs, etc. Van has been there for the 3 days, so he's also been subjected to a lot of my things. So yeah, those are the few people I should mention. Yeah, and I think more people will come up because. Oh, yesterday though I did one with Medusa also. Now I'm going to get feedback from her as well. You should post shorter clips. Nah. It's sweet of you to be frank, but मत बता ये सब. क्यों नहीं बताओ ऋत्विक? Chat, do you mind me telling you all of these things, or do you think it's interesting for you, or do you think it's not? Uh, is it interesting, or am I just like, I don't know. I feel like this is harmless information. I can tell people, right? Giga Meet on 1 September. Where will we get the link? Flippant, I'll put it up in the community link. I will do that. And also, if you're a Giga member, you can email us on MEGHNERD@gmail.com. So we will definitely respond with that. Yeah, it's not tea, exactly. Maybe they are worried on your behalf. Why are you worried on my behalf? Makes you feel like family. Yeah, again, see, I don't think this is secret information, honestly. Nice vlog. Thank you so much. As long it does not harm you or the guest, I don't think it harms anyone. Interesting. Yeah. I just hope no one would offend, create a mass and heckling at show. Alzi, if it happens, it happens. Honestly, like it's inevitable, right? Like, I mean, if someone gets annoyed and they decide to come with forlorn day and then heckle me to death, that's fine, I guess. Hoga kabhi na kabhi to, pata nahi. Like, I don't know. Anything is possible. You're doing stage shows, anything is possible. I'll just be kind and I'll be like, ठीक है भैया again, ठीक है, बंद कर देते हैं, I guess. Like, I'm not one of those people who is going to fight. I'm not those people who will be like, oh, नहीं हमारा हक है बोलना, etc. I'm like, ठीक है भाई. It was great till it lasted. तो ये सिटी में वापस नहीं आना है फिर. Then I'll go to other cities. Yeah. I'll just stop the show. If there is like aggressive hecklers, I'll just be like, okay, guys, sorry. Unfortunately, need to stop the show because these four gentlemen are not happy with this. So if you have to complain, please complain to them. I'm going bye. Never coming back to your city for a while. Bye. So then, oh yeah. Why do you want to like take pangas, no? They got to buy ticks. That's true. They have to buy ticks. Yeah, they do. They do have to buy tickets. How even hecklers are almost always meant. Arey, ha, that's true, Gitanjali. They would all, yeah, usually. By the way, opposite of heckling is happening, by the way, in my shows, where there are some people in the audience who are just giving very random answers sometimes and saying things which are just adding to my content and giving me more funny things to say. So, like, something someone said in the first show was used in the second show, and then something someone said in the second show was also used in the third show along with someone what they said in the first show. So it's fun. So like my hecklers are extremely nerdy and smart, okay? So I love my hecklers also currently, and they're not hecklers, honestly. They're just like very amused and saying things as if they are at a live chat and live event in general, so which is nice. Improv, yes. Hi, Medha, you're new. Hello. How are you doing? Welcome. We're just chatting. We're just generally chilling. Nothing special. क्राउड वर्क मैंने भी नोटिस किया आपके व्लॉग में. ग्रेट जॉब. या ब्लिप ब्लॉप बूप blub. The thing is that the civics chapter has exercises, no, in the end. So we try to do exercises with adults. अब 8वीं कक्षा के बच्चों के साथ एक्सरसाइज कर सकते हैं. So we ask these same questions to adults and we observe stunned silence. It's actually quite stunning. And then I keep reminding them that these are the questions being asked to class 8 students और तुम adults नहीं दे सकते रिस्पॉन्स. सस. इतना क्रेडिट क्लेम मत करो. वी नो द हीरो ऑफ द व्लॉग वाज द टनल. Tunnel, that car ka tunnel or that other tunnel. There are 2 tunnels in that vlog. The one is the bridge. Hope you pull up audience as big as Zakir Khan and have a show in Amazon Prime or Netflix very soon. Yash, to be perfectly honest and realistic, unlikely. very unlikely. हमारे यहाँ पे हमारे एग्जीक्यूटिव्स हैव जीरो स्पाइन. Amazon, Netflix तो छोड़ ही दो. No executive in any universe has a spine right now in this country. Just नहीं है. And तुम एंटरटेनमेंट वालों से तो सोचो भी मत, राइट? just नहीं होने वाला वो. मैं तो सोच भी नहीं रहा हूँ. अरे हम डालेंगे ना, यूट्यूब पे डाल देंगे. हमारा भी चैनल है. There is a handbook to deal with hecklers. Engage them, make it look like they took over the narrative. That will annoy the crap out of the audience. Then by consistence, eject them. I have not faced this situation. We will see what happens. क्या आप 5वीं क्लास से तेज है wasn't a huge success in India? Hey, I guess they try to, but KBC is. But then again, that's not the same thing. That's the game show format is different. This is a pseudo lecture. Democracy IRL London? Well, like many live streamers who do live shows, please add Google Forms to know where people want the show. I would love to see you in my city. Actually, LZ, that's actually a great idea. Shweta, let's do that. We've been trying to figure out which cities to take Democracy IRL to. So what we'll do is, let's make a Google form and just share it with our amazing member. And then see, जहाँ पे demand दिख रहा है, वहाँ पे चले जाएंगे. Yeah? Like there are a few cities that we are seeing just anecdotally a lot of interest from. Nagpur and Hyderabad being the primary ones. Other than that, we haven't really. There were like a few from Ahmedabad में कुछ थे. Then I don't know where else, honestly. Kolkata, I would put at number 3, but not much. But Hyderabad and Nagpur is actually like interesting. कोलकाता जाओ, सूरत भी एक है एक्चुअली. जयपुर. Okay, France, London. London, it seems. Yeah. पैसा चाहिए एंड सिर्फ वुमन करेंगे एक दिन लाइक विल टेक इट इंटरनेशनल. वाराणसी, मुंबई अगेन. अभी हो गया ना, 2 शो कर लिए मुंबई में. सिंगापुर, राज यादव है सिंगापुर. नहीं, कोई नहीं आएगा सिंगापुर में राज यादव तुम्हारे सिवा. और तुम तो वैसे भी मेंबरशिप भी नहीं देते तुमसे, तो क्या ही एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे टिकट का. New York. Thane is not Mumbai. Hey, Ritvik, we did one in what's its face? Bandra, okay, which is like peak Mumbai. And you know it. Okay. गुवाहाटी में should be interesting. I don't know. We'll put it out and we will see how much interest is there. Like for example, I would love to do it in like a place like Shillong and Guwahati, of course, or like Gangtok, or I would love to do it in a place like, I don't know, Udaipur. I don't know if there's an audience there, but again, where I want to do the shows versus where the audience is a very big mismatch. Okay, so therefore, it's a little tricky. Okay, chalo. Bye, friends. I'm going to go now. I hope you enjoyed the stream. This was a special stream. I will see you tomorrow also, hopefully, with Dr. Medusa. And we will do a live DKD and we will chill again. So, lots of things to talk about. Let's see. Okay, bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye, friendos. Bye, friendos. I hope you enjoy. And to all the people who came later also, I hope you enjoyed. Bye.